Welcome back to Andrea Jean Cleaning. Today I'm going to show you 15 different ways on how to clean and sanitize your home with just one ingredient, and that here, my friend, is rubbing alcohol. Now I have two here just to show you. When you are going to be sanitizing, you want to make sure that you're using at least 70% for disinfecting, I should say. And then this one here, I mean, we got the big guns here. You'll also find products that are 91% rubbing alcohol. So we're going to use this one today to do all the disinfecting for these 15 different items around my home. If you are new here, make sure you hit me up on Instagram over at AndreaJean1. I teach women how to turn their passions into profits, and this cleaning channel is one way that I do that. Or in the description box, I do have a freebie for you, so make sure that you sign up. Let's move into number one. I wanted to show you something really quick here, and this is from WebMD, so I want to give credit where credit is due, but this is really important to pay attention to here. It says, be sure to keep an alcohol concentration of around 70% to kill coronaviruses. This part here too, solutions of 70% alcohol should be left on surfaces for 30 seconds, including cell phones. So keep this in mind when I'm demonstrating to you the various things that you can use to clean rubbing alcohol, that you do want to keep it on the surface if you are using it for disinfecting purposes for 30 seconds. If you're looking for some additional ways on how to disinfect, I recently created a video on bleach and the certain amount of concentrations that you should use to use bleach as a disinfectant around your home. So I will have that video linked in the description box below. So one of my favorite things to use rubbing alcohol to sanitize or disinfect is my makeup brushes. And honest truth right here, I have not disinfected these or cleaned them for quite some time. And yes, this is all I ever use for makeup brushes. I'm very minimal when it comes to makeup. So I'm just gonna pour enough in here so that the brushes will be saturated in this cup. And make sure that you stay until the end, because I am gonna show you my favorite trick when it comes to rubbing alcohol. And if you have kids, this will be particularly helpful as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead, let my brush soak in there. And there's really no exact time frame on how long you should let them soak in here. I'm probably gonna let them soak for a good half hour, and then I will go in and rinse them out. But this is an excellent way to disinfect those disgusting makeup brushes. The next thing that we're going to disinfect are my blinds, and it's going to clean them as well. Blinds can really accumulate a ton of microorganisms with the chain, with the pulley. Mine are pull up, pull down ones, so I just have a Dollar Tree spray bottle right here and then a Dollar Tree microfiber cloth right here that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to go ahead and spray the cloth and then wipe everything down. And I love these two products right here. Super, super cheap. I am 25 weeks pregnant, so don't mind the baby bump. You just want to wipe them down and get in all the nooks and crannies of your blinds or your window treatments, whatever you want to use. You want to see how much junk we accumulated just with that? Let me get you in close. And look at that. That is just from wiping it down what I showed you there. So I'm really gonna go to town and get the rest of them in my house a little bit later. But let's move on to number 3. Moving on, if you have any sort of stainless steel in your home and you wanna disinfect that, and as a bonus, make it super shiny, you're gonna wanna go ahead and use some rubbing alcohol on that as well. Now you can see here, I'm just using that same microfiber cloth on the other side, and I sprayed the microfiber cloth first, and then I just wipe it down, and it will remove all of those hard water spots and make it look like new. Stinky shoes, anybody? I exercise, I try to on a regular basis, so these get pretty disgusting. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray in here. And then for best results, what I would go ahead and do is put my shoes outside. It is a sunny day here today, and let them dry out. But not only will this disinfect, but this will help deodorize as well. Let's talk tech stuff and things that we touch on a regular basis. Again, I just have sprayed the cloth. You're gonna go ahead and wipe down all of your goods here. So good. And then the mouse. It's amazing how much yuck can accumulate on these two little pieces of things. You could also wipe down your keyboard. I would not saturate your cloth, but just get it damp so that you can disinfect that as well. In fact, let me just take you over there. I am finishing up a book that I'm writing about how to teach women to be unstoppable in their business. But again, just let it be damp. You don't want to saturate it completely, but go ahead and wipe that down. Since we're here in my kitchen, you can go ahead and use this on your countertops. Now, I would not use this on quartz or granite because it can strip the lining that you have on it. I can't remember exactly what you call it, but use it on your countertops. Super, super easy. The smell is not too pungent, but these countertops can definitely pack a punch when it comes to viruses and bacteria. In order to make your sponges last longer, one idea that I have for you is to go ahead and pour some good old 70% rubbing alcohol into a container of some sort that you may not necessarily eat out of. Maybe you could designate one for your kitchen sponges or your bathroom sponges, but you just want to go ahead and pour this in here. Let it soak for, I don't know, I would say 15 to 30 minutes, however long. There's not necessarily a right or wrong length of time, but in order to make your sponges last longer and be disinfected, go ahead and try some rubbing alcohol on them. Let's talk cleaning jewelry. This is excellent to make your jewelry shine like new again. So what I'm doing, I'm just gonna pour a little bit in here, let them soak, and then I'm gonna take an old toothbrush and then I will just scrub around the crevices to make your jewelry look like new again. If you are needing a good degreaser, give this a shot here. It will clean it up and get that grease lifted so nice. On my stove, grease really likes to accumulate up here. So what I like to do is just take this rubbing alcohol, again, on a cloth, get it all damp. You could spray it directly on there if you wanted, but it just really gets all that grease up. I mean, in fact, you could probably use vodka if you have that laying around your house, but most people do have rubbing alcohol, so use it as a very awesome kitchen degreaser. I actually have 2 videos that I will have linked in the description box about how to clean these grates, and I have big ones that you see here, so it will show you how to clean them if they are half the size or longer. I use 2 products and I show you which one worked the best. I also have a video about how to clean your stove very, very easily as well. You can see here, this side is pretty white, and this side still has some stains. So make sure you check out those videos when you are done here in the description box. Let's move on to pillows and bed linens. It looks so pretty and beautiful, but you all know what can be lurking underneath here. Now I like this spray bottle because I can adjust this stream when it comes out here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this rubbing alcohol, 70% again, on our bed linens, to help disinfect. It'll make me feel much better when I go to sleep here. I, in fact, have a whole video about how to sanitize your mattress, so I will have that linked below as well. Next, mirrors and glass. Now you can go ahead and spray it directly on your cloth, whatever you're using, or you can go ahead and spray it on your mirror. So there are a ton of marks. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up here. Let's see. A little bit. I want to show you a before and after. There's a little. It's kind of hard, but I'm just going to spray it on my rig. Depends on how wild you want to get with this. And super, super easy. Make it shine, get all those toothpaste marks up, water spots. I have 3 kiddos, so you can just imagine how filthy these bathrooms get. And it will make it shine so nice with rubbing alcohol. And what I like to do is I like to just leave this down below in my bathroom and in the kitchen. That way I can grab it for easy access. And I also have a ton of cloths. You know, my kids are bathing or one's in the bathroom doing something and I need to help them. I just quick grab this and then I'm ready to get to work. We talked about using rubbing alcohol on stainless steel and other metals, but you can also just use it in your sink. I mean, you could literally clean your entire bathroom with this rubbing alcohol, especially if you hate the smell of vinegar. Maybe rubbing alcohol would be less aversive to you. It just kind of depends. And again, the smell dissipates relatively quickly, but you can get inside your sink, make it look nice and shiny, and you are disinfecting all at the same time. I mean, who doesn't love that? Especially with everything that is going on with the coronavirus. I am disinfectant happy. It makes me feel like a happy mama. But go ahead and give it a whirl inside of your sink as well. I have a brand new microfiber cloth here, but I told you could literally clean probably everything in your bathroom. So you can clean the outside of your toilet just like I'm doing here, or what you can do is, my toilet's gonna be really disgusting. I'm just gonna warn you guys. Whoops. Yeah, that's gross. All right, go ahead and spray it in your toilet like so. You can let it sit for however long that you want, but just for purposes of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it with you right here, and we're gonna watch this grime disappear. You see that? Look at that. Yes. Again, if you wanted to do this with vodka, you certainly could. That might be a little bit wild. But use it all around your toilet. Rest in peace, my friend. And just after I sprayed that, the smell is pretty much already gone. Squeaky clean. Okay, last but not least. Now there's a lot of controversy around whether you should use rubbing alcohol on wood or not. It can definitely ruin some of the finish on wood here. So decide for yourself, do a little research on whether the type of wood that you're gonna be using, if you could use rubbing alcohol or not. And I have two tools that I may incorporate here. I'm gonna spray this very generously with the rubbing alcohol. I'll just show you here. And we're inside my pantry, which is very, it's a pretty small pantry. I have a whole video about how I organize this pantry. I will have linked in the description box. I'm not gonna show you now just in case you check that out. I don't wanna ruin it for you. But get that nice and soaked. We're gonna let this sit for 10 minutes. We're gonna come back here. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to get the sticker stuff off. This was in the house when we moved here 2 years ago. You're probably saying to yourself, you let that stay on for 2 years. I just got used to it, and this just was not in my plan until now that I created this lovely video with you all. So let's let this sit, and I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. We've been letting that rubbing alcohol just sit there and do its job. I have a little tool here, this little scraper tool that I'm gonna use as reinforcement. But if you are new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you do not miss any time I upload. Currently, I'm uploading 2 days a week on this cleaning and organizing channel solely. So let's see the magic. Woo-wee! Okay, I got a little hair dryer here. We're gonna add some heat, baby. We're gonna heat this up. That is looking so much better. I'm gonna show you a little trick that I used here to bring back the shine. There was just a little bit of sealant here on this pantry door. And again, you wanna be very careful if you're gonna be using rubbing alcohol on wood. A lot of people would advise against it, but there have been situations that it has been very successful for me, and particularly in this case right here. But this is the before. And that's the after. Here's the little trick that I did is I added a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil and rubbed it there in the door to bring back the shine. But you can see that that sticker, the residue is gone. There's still a little mark that you can see though, because this was on here. It is beyond me why anyone would put something like this on a cherry wood door. Cherry is very expensive wood. Now I know it's not necessarily what's in style at this point. I would prefer white, but cherry is very expensive, and this is no bueno. So I can't believe anybody did that. But anyway, it happens. yada, yada, yada. Sometimes we don't know how badly things are gonna stick when we put them on there. But I am gonna be making a video coming up here soon about some other ways that I'm gonna remove sticker residue, and I'm gonna try some different techniques on these 3 right here. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and check out those playlists in the description box. And if you wanna see how I organize this pantry, this tiny pantry I don't wanna show you and give it away, I will have that linked as well. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.